Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay from the Schiffbauer Field here in Hutchinson. It's American Legion Baseball Regional 6 Tournament Championship time as the Uniontown American Legion team takes on Ambridge-Baden in this first-round game. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We welcome you aboard for today's game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We'll be back with the lineups in the first pitch after this message.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to Hutchinson Field here in Hopwood, getting ready for this opening game for the Uniontown Legion team as they take on Ambridge-Baden. So far here today, it's been all Fayette County. Smithfield Fairchance, a walk-off win in the opening game over Bethel Park. In Game 2, Connellsville defeated Hopewell, and in a game that just concluded, rallying back after a rain delay, Bell Vernon defeated Blackhawk. Kind of remarkable. We're even playing baseball here tonight if you consider the monsoon that came through the area a couple of hours ago, delayed the Bell Vernon Blackhawk game for almost 2 hours, and after the rain delay, Bell Vernon came back with a fury, 3 quick runs to tie the game up, and then rallying back for a 5-4 win over Blackhawk in the last game that was played here. And the Uniontown team, actually the away team here today, Tanner Minio lead things off. He's in center field. Batting second, the second baseman, Josh Burns. Batting third, the shortstop, Travis Sankovic. In the cleanup spot and playing first base, number 11, Ian Edenfield. Nate Zimkoski is the DH. He's batting fifth. Catching and batting sixth, number 13, Chad Petrus. Batting seventh in right field, number 10, Dylan Bonham. Batting eighth in left field, number 12, Richie Mihal. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 8, Nick Kumar. Defensively for Ambridge-Baden, in left field is Brandon Scott. Alex Fetkovich in center. Joe Zikafus out in right. Around the horn, Eric Queer is playing third base. Mike Mellors, the shortstop. Ryan Adams playing second base. John Jones playing first. Nick Campbellong, who pitched here in the Region 6 tournament a year ago, on the mound. And Vinny Morelli is catching. We mentioned Ambridge-Baden, the defending Region 6 champs, and Nick Campbellong, a member of that team a year ago that qualified for the Pennsylvania State Tournament. Uniontown, on the other hand, trying to advance to the state tournament for the first time since the 2015 season. Uniontown enters this game with a 22-4 record if you include all games, 18-1 in local Legion games. Their only local loss came against Farmington earlier on this season. Ambridge sporting a 12-7 record. Not quite the powerhouse they were a year ago, but certainly another solid squad, and even stronger with Campbellong on the mound as he is here today for this opening Legion game for both Ambridge and Uniontown, which is actually the nightcap here tonight. The winner will advance to the semifinal round of the winner's bracket tomorrow evening. The loser will have to come back and play earlier in the day tomorrow against Hopewell. The winner will take on Connellsville, and so far, as we said, in all Fayette County region in the winner's bracket, Uniontown trying to make it 4-0 for the Fayette County League. Of course, Uniontown winning the regular season Fayette County championship, and now trying to carry that over here to the Region 6 tournament as well, as Tanner Minio lead things off. He's a 6', 165 Uniontown player that graduated this past season, batted .386 for Laurel Highlands this year with 19 RBIs, and takes ball one here outside from Nick Campbellong. Just underway, Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Campbellong's 1-0 to Arminio. Just catches the outside corner for a strike. Toby McKnight, the home plate umpire here today. Joe Volpe and Chris Reed on the bases. 1-1 now. Campbellong to Arminio, and that one hits Tan on the inside. And a leadoff base runner for the Uniontown Legion squad, and that'll bring up Josh Burns.
Now batting, the second base.
Burns will be falling in his dad Jimmy's footsteps, headed to Cal U this coming fall. Another Laurel Highlands grad, class of 2018, 5'9", 165 pounds. Batted .269 for the Mustangs this past season with 16 RBIs. Trying to get something going here in the top half of the first inning. With Arminio on first, and now Burns showing bunt, pulls back. Pitch misses for ball one. Lights on in full force. This game getting started just over 90 minutes after its original scheduled start due to the long rain delay we had earlier on today. Now the 1-0, again, Burns showing bunt. Now Campbellong, a nice little check over to John Jones at first, and back safely there is Arminio. Campbell certainly an imposing force on the mound. 6'6", 160 pounds. Now the 1-0 to Burns. Again, Josh squares away, pulls back, pitch in there for a strike to even things up at 1-1. Uniontown red shirts, white numbers, little blue trim. Ambridge the maroon jerseys, gray numbers, gray pants. Now the 1-1, Campbell again going to check Arminio, close over at first. Batten ahead for a slide, back safely. The Uniontown Legion team, almost a carbon copy of the team we saw over at Laurel Highlands this past spring. Of course, the Mustangs a successful run into the WPIL playoffs again this year, bowing out in the quarterfinal round. Campbell's 1-1 again. This time he delivers and misses low and inside. Got now a 2-1. Brad Yeoman, the head coach of this Uniontown Legion team. Rick Weir, the acting coach for Ambridge here today. Steve Antolik expected to be back tomorrow, the normal Ambridge head coach. Campbell taking his time. 2-1 again here to Burns. And Josh lays down a nice bunt down the first base line. Campbell a little shovel. Close play over at first. They get Burns, but Josh does a good job there to advance Arminio in a scoring position at second. He goes as a sacrifice, 1-3. That'll bring up Travis Sankovic. Sank 5'10", 165 pounds. Another 2018 Laurel Highlands graduate. Batted over 500 for the Mustangs this past spring. 3 homers and a bunch of RBIs. Bats here from the left side with Arminio on second. 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. Uniontown and Ambridge from the Schiffbauer Field here in Hutchinson. First pitch to Sank. This is low and outside for ball 1. Uniontown a successful run through the Fayette County tournament playoffs. Went over Carmichael's in the opener. Beat Smithfield Fairchance before downing Bell Vernon. Those two teams were supposed to meet again. Game didn't happen. They might actually finish the Fayette County Legion tournament once the season wraps up for all the local teams. Now 2-0 to Sank. As it took another one low and outside from Campbell. Again, Arminio on second. Now Campbell's 2-0. This is high and outside. Now 3-0. Campbell to Sankovic. Mention all the Fayette County teams in this Region 6 tournament winners earlier on today. And another pitch missing inside there to Sank. And the second base runner of this top half of the first inning for Uniontown. Arminio staying on second, Sankovic on first, and Ian Edenfield coming to the plates. Opening game today saw Smithfield Fairchance walk-off win over Bethel Park. Connellsville followed it up with a win over Hopewell. It was a 4-3 win for Smithfield Fairchance, 4-1 win for Connellsville over Hopewell, and then Bell Vernon, of course, rallying back for that 5-4 win over Blackhawk. Now Edenfield at the plate, 2 on, 1 out, and Campbell again missing low to Edenfield. Edenfield, another 2018 Laurel Highlands grad, 6'4", 230 pounds, batted .353 for the Mustangs this past spring. Now Campbell's 1-0. Now time called. Campbell taking a little too long there. Edenfield getting antsy. Wanting to step out. Now the 1-0. This is low and outside again. Wonder if maybe the long delay prior to the start of this game for Campbell might be playing a factor in his slow start here on the mound for Ambridge-Baden. Now 2-0. Campbell to Edenfield. Breaking ball just misses outside again So Campbellong's already hit Arminio and walked Sankovic here in the top half of the first, facing a 3-0 count here against Ian Edenfield. Big spot here for Uniontown, trying to pounce on Ambridge-Baden here in the top of the first. That one just catching the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 now from Campbellong to Edenfield. Edenfield rearing up again. 3-1 on the way. And there for a strike, and now we're full of 3-2. Good job there from Campbellong to work his way back into the counts. Now the payoff pitch. Campbellong to Edenfield. A glance back at Arminio at second. Another look, and now time called again by Edenfield. So Edenfield and Campbellong playing some mind games with one another here in the top half of the first inning. In all Legion games this year, 7 innings. Much like the high school season, 3-2 pitch. Edenfield went a chasing. That's strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Campbellong, and now 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning with Nate Zimkoski coming to the plate. Zimkoski has been very impressive this season. Just finished his sophomore season at Laurel Highlands. DH here today. 6 foot, 160 pounds. Batted .390 for the Mustangs this past spring, driving in 16 runs. Trying to keep it going here in the Region 6 tournament. And there's strike 1 to Nate Zimkoski. Campbellong trying to get out of a jam here in the top half of the first. Out of the stretch again. Checking Arminio. Another glance back. Now the 0-1, and there for strike 2. Now Zimkoski in an 0-2 hole. Here in the top half of the first inning. Now Campbellong getting set for the 0-2. On the way, check swing from Zimkoski. Did he go check over at first? Yes, he did. So Campbellong bouncing back with back-to-back strikeouts of Edenfield and Zimkoski to end the inning. No damage done. Uniontown strands 2 ahead of the bottom of the first, scoreless. Uniontown taking on Ambridge-Baden here in the Region 6 American Legion playoffs here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Scoreless, Ambridge and Uniontown heading into the bottom half of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Ambridge lineup. Leading off and playing right field, number 1, Joe Zickafoos. Batting second in left field, number 21, Brandon Scott. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 6, Mike Meller. And the cleanup spot and catching, number 23, Vinnie Morelli. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 14, Eric Queer. Batting sixth and in center field, number 16, Alex Fetkovich. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 45, John Jones. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 20, Ryan Adams. And batting ninth, the DH, Phil Divitz. Defensively for Uniontown, Richie Mihal out in the left, Tanner Minio in center, Dylan Bonner in right. Nick Kumar playing third, Travis Sankovic playing short, Josh Burns playing second, Ian Edenfield playing first, Dino Vecchiola on the mound, and Chad Petrus catching. Vecchiola's first pitch on the way, and there for a strike to Joe Zicafus, and the count at 0-1. Zicafus, a 2017 graduate, 6 foot, 155 pounds, playing right field here today for the Ambridge-Baden squad. That one missing inside from Vecchiola. Now 1-1 to Zicafus. Vecchiola had an ERA below 1 for most of the season this past spring for Laurel Highlands, and Zicafus hits that one high in the air. Minio charging from the center field position, making the grab for the first outs of this bottom half of the first inning. Good job out there from Tanner Minio. 1 up, 1 down, and now Brandon Scott will come to the plate.
Scott.
Mentioned Zicafus, 2017 graduate of Ambridge. Scott also 1 year plus removed from high school. Member of this Ambridge Legion team a season ago as well. Takes strike one here on the inside from Vecchiola. Of course, Vecchiola just finishing his sophomore year at Laurel Highlands. Mustangs looking forward to having him back, and he'll have a couple of years here in the Uniontown Legion system as well. Another impressive pitch there, catching the inside corner to Brandon Scott. And the count quickly 0-2. Scott 5'10", just 130 pounds. Now Dino's 0-2 on the way, misses inside. Got out 1-2. Dino generally likes to work pretty quickly. Now wind and fire the 1-2. Breaking ball just missing there on the outside corner. Nice looking pitch, didn't miss by much. Got now leave it at 2-2. See if he comes back with a heat. 2-2 on the way. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 3. Scott goes down, first strikeout of the game for Vecchiola. Now Mike Meller will come to the plate. The Ambridge shortstop, 5'9", 155 pounds.
The shortstop, number 6.
Recent grad, 2018 graduate.
Meller
getting some instruction. And the Ambridge third base coach. The base is empty and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. Dino wind and fire the first pitch here. Fastball misses low to Meller. Count at 1-0. Dino thrives for the big games. In one here, and here's a rip from Meller through on the left side. Right in between Sankovic and Kumar into left field. Quick relay in from Richie Mihal. First hit of the game from Mike Meller. Gives Ambridge-Baden a little life here in the bottom half of the first inning. I'll bring up Vinny Morelli. Morelli 5'10", 190 pounds. Another holdover, 2017 Ambridge grad. Catching here today. Ambridge making the long drive down to Fayette County today. They'll head back tonight and drive back down for the games tomorrow. They hope it's a late one to get a little rest. Winner here is scheduled to play at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Loser comes back at 1. Certainly the commute a lot shorter for Uniontown. Second straight year, Uniontown's hosted the Region 6 tournament. Really credit all the folks that worked here on the field during that long rain delay we had during the Blackhawk Bell Vernon game. We had some heavy-duty showers coming down and driving around town before heading over to Hutchinson today. I was quite surprised to see the field get back into the shape that it's in right now and remain playable for these Legion tournament games tonight. 1-0 in there for a strike, now 1-1 from Vecchiola to Morelli. Two down with Meller on first. Still scoreless. Meller with the only hit of the game so far. 1-1 on the way. Another nice breaking ball from Vecchiola. Kind of pulled the chain there. Morelli went after it and the count at 1-2. Now Dino trying to get out of the inning. Time called. Of course, Dino being a lefty, clean look over at first from that stretch position. Gets the signs from Petrus. 1-2 on the way. This one popped up here on the right side. Dylan Bonner coming in from right field to make the grab for the third out of the inning. So Ambridge-Baden strands Meller. We're still scoreless after one. Ambridge-Baden and Uniontown American Legion Region 6 tournament here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Uniontown with Chad Petrus, Dylan Bonner, and Richie Mihal due up here in the top half of the second inning. Uniontown and Ambridge-Baden scoreless here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Now batting.
Might be a change here for Ambridge, double checking.
13,
Certainly an early change
Petrus.
for Rick Queer's squad here today. Do we have a change on the Ambridge side? No change. Oh, just going over some pitch counts there on the Ambridge side. First pitch missing there to Chad Petrus from Nick Campbell. Uniontown a couple of base runners in the top half of the first inning. Tanner Minio hit by a pitch. Travis Sankovic walked. But no damage done as Campbell bounced back with back-to-back strikeouts of Ian Edenfield and Nate Zimkoski to end the inning. Now a 2-0 count here to Chad Petrus. Petrus 5'10", 170 pounds. Another recent graduate of Laurel Highlands High School. Rips one here foul on the left side. Count now at 2-1. Chad batted .333 this past spring. Had a homer and 10 RBIs. For Scott DeBerry's squad at Laurel Highlands. There's Brad Yeoman, the Uniontown Legion coach. Another pitch missing from Campbell to Petrus. And the count now at 3-1. A 3-1 on the way. Petrus another rip in foul territory. Charging there Brandon Scott. And he's unable to make the grab. Deep out there in left. Made a good run. A nice diving effort. Unable to bring it in. Now the count full of 3-2. Partly cloudy skies right now. Game time temperature very comfortable. 75 degrees. Much warmer earlier this afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 80s. And now Petrus walks. 3-2 pitch inside. And the Uniontown team, another base runner here to start the top half of the second inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number
Those
10.
rain showers we had certainly cooled things down.
Bonner.
Now Dylan Bonner will come to the plate. Bonner will be entering his senior season this year at Laurel Highlands. 5'6", 155 pounds. Saw limited action on the Laurel Highlands varsity team this past spring, mainly on the mound more than at the plate. The first pitch to Bana, in there for a strike. Counted 0-1. He certainly did a good job when he had opportunities to pitch for the Mustangs this past spring. Earning a place here in the Uniontown starting lineup, showing bunt here. And Campbell again checking the runner, Petrus. Still an 0-1 count. Campbell to Bana. Bana showing bunt. Now the ball getting away there from the catcher, Vinny Morelli. It was not touched by Bana. The ball was in play. And Petrus able to advance to second. And Bana did offer at it. The count now at 0-2. The good news is Petrus now in scoring position. Campbell now looking for his third strikeout of the night. Now time called by Bana. And Campbell already into his motion, held back there. And reaching for his lower right back. Kind of like those Tiger Woods golf swings you saw years ago when Tiger would start his motion and then somebody in the gallery would maybe yell something or he'd hear something and then just pull back at the last minute. Campbell very deliberate on the mound. Now looks back at second, but does not release the baseball again. Campbell again. A glance back at Petrus, now delivers the 0-2 and it misses high and outside. Count out 1-2. Campbell, one of the more deliberate pitchers I've seen in quite some time. Likes to take his time on the mound. Now the 1-2 to Bana. Misses low, and we're even at 2-2. Pretty good pitch there, just dipped to the knees. Dylan almost offered. Good move from Dylan to pull back. Count now even at 2-2. Now the 2-2 on the way. Another nice dipper there in for strike three. Third strikeout of the game for Campbell.
Now batting the left fielder.
The first outs of this top half of the second inning. Now Richie Mihal will come to the plate. Richie playing left field here tonight. 5'10", 175 pounds. 2018 Laurel Highlands grad. Batted .304 this past spring with 8 RBIs. Richie deep in the batter's box. With Petrus on second. Just one out. Here in the top of the second inning. Again, we play 7 this year in the Legion game. The Legion tournament game, 7 innings, not 9 for 2018. Another one hopping away there from Morelli, and down to third goes Chad Petrus. In Uniontown Island business with Petrus on third, just one out here in the top of the second inning. And a 1-0 count to Richie Mihal. In Uniontown had runners on first and second with one out in the first inning, unable to get anyone home as Campbell bounced back, getting strikeouts of Edenfield and Zimkoski. Now a 1-0, good cut there for Mihal, couldn't make contact. And the count even at 1-1. Nick Kumar due up next for Uniontown. Batting from the number 9 position. Now the 1-1 on the way, breaking ball. Missing high. Count out 2-1. These two teams got familiar with one another last year here in the Legion tournament that was also played down in Hutchinson. That one nubbed foul by Richie Mihal. I mentioned Ambridge-Baden, the defending Region 6 champs. It was an all Beaver County championship game as Ambridge-Baden defeated Blackhawk 8-2 a season ago. Next pitch missing high and inside. Ambridge-Baden defeated Uniontown here 8-0 last year. The third game for both teams in the winner's bracket. And there's ball 4 to Richie Mihal. So that's the third walk issued by Campbell along with hitting Arminio with a pitch to start the game. And Uniontown now with runners on the corners. Still 1 out. And Nick Kumar coming to the plate. Kumar, 6'1", 175 pounds, just finished up his freshman season at Laurel Highlands. A very talented young player. Starting at third base here for Uniontown today. Swings of the first pitch. Ground ball to short. This could be 2. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. So Kumar drives in Chad Petrus. Mellor sent it over to Adams for 1. It was close back to John Jones, but they're unable to retire Kumar. So just goes in the books. 6-4. Give Kumar an RBI. Run scored for Chad Petrus. And Uniontown back to the top of the order. And Tanner Arminio with life here in the top half of the second inning, up 1-0. Still without a hit in the game. They have a run scored. And Arminio was hit by a pitch first time up. Now comes to the plate with Kumar on first and 2 outs. As Campbell continues to operate from the stretch position. First pitch to Arminio. Misses low and outside. Arminio at first wanted to offer, pulled back. Now the count at 1-0. So Uniontown won't be blanked by Ambridge-Baden this year. A 1-0 in there for a strike. Evens things up at 1-1. Arminio back in the box. One on the way, and this one popped foul on the right side. Uniontown certainly looks like they'll have a tougher time than they had in their opening game last year. Defeated Robinson 24-2 in their opening game. All of the Legion games last year were 9-inning contests. That one stopped after 7. With Uniontown up 22 runs. Certainly with 7-inning games this year, it will speed up the tournament a little bit. Especially on days like today when you have inclement weather in the area. That one a little check swing or a little foul tip from Arminio. Got now 1-2. After that loss against Ambridge-Baden, Uniontown played Robinson again last year, won 11-0. Ended up falling to Blackhawk in the losers bracket, and then Blackhawk fell to Ambridge-Baden 8-2 in the championship game. Now the 1-2 here to Arminio. On the way, fastball, and Tan rips it deep to left. Look out! And that ball is off the wall. Rounding third and on his way to the plate is Nick Kumar. And Tanner Arminio, an RBI double off the wall, scores Kumar. And it's 2-0. Uniontown over Ambridge-Baden. Big hit there from Tanner Arminio.
Number 4, Josh Burns.
Now Josh Burns, the 6th Uniontown batter to come to the plate in this top half of the second inning. And the Arminio double to left field, the first hit of the game for Uniontown. And 2 runs on a hit for Uniontown. Just 1 hit for Ambridge-Baden. And that first pitch missing outside there to Josh Burns. Burns a sac bunt. Advancing Arminio to second, first time up. He's swinging away here. That's Nick Campbell. Now the 1-0. And Josh sends it foul on the left side. Evens things up at 1-1. Certainly a comfortable night for Legion baseball here in Hopwood. Count at 1-1. Next pitch to Burns. Misses low and outside. Now 2-1. Can't belong to Burns. Two one on the way. Big cut there from Josh. Swing and a miss. And we're even at 2-2. Uniontown trying to keep the inning alive with Arminio now on second. Nick Kumar. And Tanner Arminio, RBIs. Runs scored from Petrus and Kumar here in this top half of the second inning. Now the 2-2 to Burns. Misses low and outside. And Nick throwing a lot of pitches so far here today. The Legion game has a 105 pitch limit per game. And the PIAA will adopt that for the 2019 high school season. That was just passed this last week. 3-2 on the way. Burns stays alive, fouling it off the inside of the bats. Into the netting. Count remains 3-2. PIAA has certainly been busy this spring and summer. A couple of rule changes involving transfers. And also, we've had about 100 schools that are petitioning and actually meeting this coming week, possibly to request their withdrawal from the organization. That pitch missing low, and another walk issued by Nick Campbell to Josh Burns.
Now batting, number 1, the shortstop.
It's now the 4th walk issued by Campbell. He's only played an inning and 2/3 so far. It goes along with Arminio, who was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. And now Travis Sankovic, one of those Uniontown players who walked back in the first inning, now coming to the plate with runners on first and second, still 2 outs. Uniontown up 2-0 already. First pitch inside there to Travis Sankovic. Down out 1-0. Now the 1-0. Zach, a big cut there, fouling it off into the netting. Evens things up at 1-1. Of course, this Region 6 tournament hosted by the American Legion Post 51. They've certainly been through a lot this past spring, trying to recover from a devastating fire. Certainly have had great support from the community trying to bounce back. Nice to see the commander, Rob Dory, out here today. Got a pitch in there for a strike to Travis Sankovic. Also great support from South Union Township as well. Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott getting things ready for this Region 6 tournament. Again, the second straight year hosted here at Hutchinson Field in Hopwood. Now the 1-2 on the way. Sank again stays alive, fouling it off. Uniontown making Campbell work here early on in this contest, already up 2-0. 35 pitches already for Campbell. Now the 1-2. Get hops away from Morelli. And runners advance on the play. Burns into second. Arminio to third. That 35 in the inning or 35 for the game? 36 for the inning. Wow. What do you have in the first? 20 in the first. Here at 56 pitches now. Here in the second inning. Again, limited to 110 per game. 105, per game. $210 per week. It might be an early exit for Campbell. Already at 56. And that 2-2 count here to Travis Stankovic. Stankovic, the seventh batter for Uniontown here in the top of the second. 2-2 on the way. Another breaking ball misses high. Count out full, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch on the way. Outside for ball 4. That'll load him up. That's now 5 walks issued by Campbell. Yeah, you also have Arminio, who was hit by a pitch. Uniontown only 1 hit. They've scored 2 runs, and the bases loaded for Ian Edenfield, the 8th Uniontown batter. Here in the top half of the second inning, Ian struck out first time up. Struck out swinging. And a bounce back here, an opportunity to blow this game wide open for Uniontown. First pitch to Edenfield, misses outside for ball 1. And Campbell just does not look comfortable out there for Ambridge-Baden here tonight. You can sense by the long delays in between pitches, a little quicker this time. Now the 1-0, and Edenfield a rip through on the right side. He'll score at least a run. And here's Josh Burns headed to the plate. Relay coming in, head first slide, not in time. Throw back down to second. They're going to get Edenfield here, but another 2 runs score on the play. So a 2 RBI single for Ian Edenfield. Scoring Tanner Mineo and Josh Burns. So it's 4-0. Uniontown of Ambridge-Baden as we head to the bottom of the second. Here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Uniontown leads 4-0.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Eric Queer leading off this bottom half of the second inning for Ambridge-Baden. Takes ball one against Dino Vecchiola. Vecchiola had almost about a half an hour wait there after a long top half of the second inning. Didn't seem too phased by it. Comes back with a nice pitch there on the outside corner for a strike to even things up at 1-1 to Eric Queer. Queer 6'1", 180 pounds. 2018 graduate. Playing third base here today. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, and just nubbed by Queer, going foul. And count now at 1-2. Amber just one hit in the bottom half of the first inning, a single from Mike Meller. Uniontown with 4 runs in the top half of the second inning. 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Dino Vecchiola. And Queer retired to start this bottom half of the second. Now Alex Fetkovich will come to the plate.
Alex Fetkovich.
Fetkovich, 6 foot, 150 pounds. 2018 grad. And playing center field here today, batting from the left side. Ambridge trying to get something started. And that pitch missing on the outside corner for a strike. Ambridge lost to Blackhawk in the final game of the Beaver County playoff tournament. 1-0 on the way, and going opposite field here is Fetkovich. Charging in and getting is Richie Mihal from the left field position there for Uniontown for the second out of the inning. I was talking to Rick Queer, who's the acting head coach for Ambridge here today, and he said Ambridge almost rallied back in that game against Blackhawk. They were down 5-1, cut it to 5-4, and had the bases juiced in the seventh inning, and just couldn't get that tying run across. Ambridge lost a good core of their team that won the Region 6 tournament, advanced to the Pennsylvania State tournament last year, but one of those players back was Nick Campbellong, who's on the mound here today, along with Joe Zickafoose and Brandon Scott. So far, it's been a tough start for Ambridge-Baden, and now John Jones looking for a little two-out rally here in the bottom half of the second inning. Takes ball one low there from Dino Vecchiola. Now Dino's 1-0. Outside, now 2-0, and Dino had a great start to the high school season for Laurel Highlands. Got into a little trouble in a late non-conference regular season game against Hempfield, and struggled a little bit in the postseason as well for Laurel Highlands. Finished with an ERA around 2.50. And until that Hempfield game, it was below 1 throughout most of the regular season, and now a 3-0 count here from Dino Vecchiola to John Jones. But again, Dino just finished his sophomore season. So very impressive for what he's been able to accomplish very early on in his baseball career. Finds the strike zone there to John Jones. And Jones will be entering his senior season this year, 6'4", 215 pounds. Playing first base for Ambridge here today. 3-1 pitch on the way, and Jones fouls it off. And the fence in front of us. Of course, our camera position down the third baseline. I'm right behind home plate. Tournament director Ron Popovich to my left. Of course, Ron was a long-time Uniontown Legion coach. Current coach for Albert Gallatin High School. One of his assistants, Steve Strange, actually coaching the Smithfield Fairchance team. Now that walk-off win over Bethel Park earlier on today. Now the payoff pitch here, Vecchiola to Jones. Breaking ball, just missing inside for ball 4. That's the first walk issued here tonight from Vecchiola. That'll give Ambridge a base runner and John Jones with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning, and that'll bring up Ryan Adams, the second baseman. Unless we missed something here, I thought it was Adams due up 8th. Unless they made a late switch there in the lineup. They must have made a switch because the lineup that I had Adams batting 8th. So we'll make the change. And Divots will send this one in foul territory on the right side over the fence and out of play.
For the pitcher, there was no change.
Now the 0-2. And Vecchiola will step off the mound. Just clarifying a few things there. And there's strike 3. So that'll end the inning. As Ambridge ends up stranding John Jones. Still 4-0 Uniontown over Ambridge after 2 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
After 2, Uniontown 4, Ambridge-Baden 0.
Esophageal reflux affects 20% of Americans and can lead to heartburn, regurgitation, chest pain, and difficulty swallowing. Reflux is caused by stomach contents passing a faulty valve and entering the esophagus. Ulcers and precancerous tissue can then form. Offer the latest testing and treatment for reflux disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, just give them a call.
Zimkowski.
Back here at Hutchinson Field in Hopwood, Nate Zimkowski, Chad Pentress, and Dylan Bonner due up for Uniontown here in the top of the third. Back to the bottom of the second real quick just to clear up any confusion on the original roster we had from Ambridge. They had Ryan Adams, the second baseman, listed above Phil Divots. Divots was the DH batting for the Ambridge pitcher, Nick Campbell, and they actually made a late adjustment with the umpires, which I didn't get here at the scores table, but Divots was ahead of Adams in the batting order after the correction was made, as a pitch there to Zimkowski is fouled off on the left side. Count out 0-2. Zimkowski struck out to end the first inning for Uniontown. Uniontown sent 8 men to the plate, scoring 4 runs. In the top of the second inning, Zimkowski trying to keep it going here to start the top half of the third. 0-2 on the way, and Zimkowski ground ball here to third. Queer with it. Long throw over to first in time to John Jones to retire Zimkowski 5-3 for the first outs of this top half of the third inning.
The catcher, number 13, Chad.
And that'll bring up Chad Petrus. Petrus walked and scored a run. First time up. 5'10", 170 pounds. 4 runs on 2 hits for Uniontown. Ambridge just 1 hit so far in this game. The first pitch missing low there to Petrus. And Campbell now over 60 pitches in this game. They're just working here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Again, limited to 105 for the game. Now the 1-0 on the way, and Chad hits this one high in the air to shallow center field. And it will be, the ball will fall in. A little miscommunication there between Fetkovic and Zikafus. Fetkovic did not take charge out there in center. You wonder if those guys might have had some trouble there at the lights. Nonetheless, Petrus on board. It'll be scored in air.
The right fielder, number 10, Dylan Bonna.
On Fetkovic out in center. 2-base error. Petrus now on second. And Dylan Bonna at the plates. Bonna, one of 3 strikeout victims of Campbell, striking out in the last inning. Now coming to the plate here with Petrus on second. Big cut there, swing and a miss. On the first pitch from Campbell, counted 0-1. Uniontown looking for more here in the top half of the 3rd, and now Bonna calls time. A little cool breeze now blowing down here in Hopwood. Looks like it's blowing a little out. 360 to straightaway center field. Now the 0-1, and Bonna rip here on the left side, knocked down by Queer. Long throw over to first, not in time. Hard hit ball. I think you have to give Bonna an infield single and wait for the official scoring on that.
Now batting, what do we do? The left fielder, number 12, Richie Mihal.
Waiting for a ruling here. They're going to give him an error.
Yeah, if he cuts, he's out.
Put it at E5. Tournament director Rob Popford saying if he makes the grab, he's out. The second error of the inning. Committed by Ambridge, and now Richie Mihal coming to the plate. Mihal walked last time up. Uniontown out with runners on first and second. This one nubbed foul here on the right side. Counted 0-1. 1 out as we work here in the top half of the 3rd. Petrus on second, Bonna on first. Petrus got on board after what should have been a routine fly ball out to center field. A miscommunication between Alex Fetkovic and Joe Zikafus. That one fell in. And then Bonna hit it Eric Queer on the left side. Queer couldn't make the play. When Bonna reaches base, now 2 on and 1 out. And the first pitch to Richie Mihal, breaking ball high and inside for ball 1. Mihal 5'10", 175 pounds. Again, Uniontown 18-1 in Fayette County Legion games, 22-4 overall this season. Dropped a couple of games down in Morgantown. 1-1 on the way. Catches the corner for a strike. Now 1-2. Campbell, another check back at second. Back at Petrus. Now the 1-2 here to Richie Mihal, and Mihal sending this one deep to left center field, dropping in between Brandon Scott and Alex Fetkovic. Uniontown will score a run on the play as Petrus comes around to score, and over a third. Ruled safe there is Dylan Bonna, certainly very close. Over a third into second with a double. It's Richie Mihal.
Now Now batting the third baseman, number 8.
So give Mihal an RBI double to left center field. Run scored for Chad Petrus. It's now 5-0. Uniontown over Ambridge-Baden. Third hit of the game for the Uniontown squad, and now Nick Kumar at the plate. Kumar picked up an RBI on a fielder's choice first time up and rips one through here on the right side. That'll score Bonna. It's now 6-0 Uniontown. Stopping at third, Richie Mihal. And boy, Nick Kumar, for a kid who just finished up his freshman year.
Now batting.
Another big hit here for Uniontown.
Tanny Erminio.
Another RBI for Kumar.
Erminio.
Now the top of the order in Tanner Minio. Coming back to the plates. Bonna and Petrus scoring here in the top of the third for Uniontown. Arminio hit by a pitch first time up, all RBI double to left field and scored a run in the second inning. His third at bat as we work here just in the top half of the third inning. Now 6 runs on 4 hits for Uniontown. Just 1 hit and 2 errors committed by Ambridge-Baden so far in this contest. Arminio, the 6th batter for Uniontown here in the top half of the third. Now the 1-0 to Tan. This is high and inside. Count now at 2-0. Now the 2-0 runner going. No throw there. Catcher indifference. They'll let Kumar get in a second. Didn't want to risk yielding another run if Mihal might run from third on the throw. Now a 3-0 count to Tanner Minio. A walk here would load the bases for Josh Burns. 3-0 pitch, misses outside for ball 4. And you kind of how long of a stick does acting head coach Rick Weir have here on Nick Campbell.
Burns.
So just one out here in the top half of the third, and Josh Burns coming to the plate for the third time already in this game. Burns a sack bunt first time up, walked and scored a run back in the second inning. Uniontown with Arminio on first, Kumar on second, and Mihal now on third. Burns looking to put it in play here. First pitch from Campbell, low and outside. Good block there from Vinny Morelli. That one gets through. Could be another run scored for Uniontown. Another 1-0 counts. Campbell well over 70 pitches thrown in the game. Likely approaching 80 at this point. Finds the strike zone there to Burns. Again, updated total. 18 already in this inning. We're at 77 now for the game. Pitch number 78 here, a 1-1 on the way, misses outside. Now 2-1 to Josh Burns. A Campbell amassing 78 pitches through 2 1/3. Two 2-1 now on the way. Low and outside. This will be pitch number 80 upcoming here. 3-1 count. A walk here. Brings in another run. That one right down the pipe. Big cut from Burns. Couldn't make contact. Count now full of 3-2. This pitch here would put him at 81. And require 4 days rest, and it's low and outside for ball 4. That'll walk in a run. So an RBI walk. And that might be it for Campbell. That scores Richie Mihal. Now 7-0. Uniontown over Ambridge. If they actually would have waited and took out Campbell before that pitch, he might have had an opportunity to come back and pitch later on in the tournament if Ambridge could advance. And they're going to leave him in for now. You can tell Campbell very frustrated, fighting the mosquitoes right now. He's given up 7 runs. Uniontown 7 runs on 4 hits. Just 1 hit so far for Ambridge. We're still here in just the top half of the 3rd inning. Started at 8:35 tonight. Now at 9:44, so this game just over an hour plus into it. And the winner comes back to play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Loser has to bounce back quickly for a 1 o'clock game in the losers bracket. And Campbell just can't find the strike zone right now. Misses high here to Sankovic. Sankovic, the 8th Uniontown batter here in the top of the 3rd. Base is still loaded, and Sankovic rips this one deep to left center field. It will go off the wall. And this could clear the bases. 2 runs already across. They're going to send Burns. 3 RBIs on that double from Travis Sankovic. And boy, did Sang drill that one. It's now 10-0. Uniontown over Ambridge. 10 runs on now 5 hits for Uniontown this inning. Not done yet. Still just 1 out. Ian Edenfield now the 9th player for Uniontown to bat here in this top of the 3rd. And I joked earlier that Uniontown certainly will have a tougher time they had last year here in the opening round against Robinson, when they won 24-2, but now they're up 10-0, so who knows? The 10-run rule kicks in after 5 innings. But not there yet. Campbell back to second, and very close there, almost getting Sank. Good move there from Campbell. The defending champs, Ambridge-Baden, on the ropes big time. Uniontown has blown this game open in the early innings. And Campbell just can't find the strike zone. One to 0 here to Edenfield. Another throw back at second. And back safely again is Sankovic. Game's 10-0, and Campbell still concerned with Sankovic down at second. I think at this point, you need to worry about throwing some strikes right now and getting out of here. The way things are going right now for Campbell, he might go over 105 pitches here in the 3rd inning. You never know. Uniontown scored 6 already here in the 3rd. They're still hanging with Campbell. 1-0 here to Edenfield. Catches the corner for a strike, evens things up at 1-1. Nate Zimkoski, who grounded out 5-3 to start the inning, in the on-deck circle. Uniontown looking for a win to improve the Fayette County Legion League to 4-0. Here in this tournament, another throw back to Sank, who again head first slide back safely. Uniontown would battle Connellsville here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We'll have the game for you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Now the 1-1 on the way, and Edenfield goes to chase. Got out 1-2. Loser plays Hopewell here at 1 o'clock tomorrow in the losers bracket. Bethel Park and Blackhawk will play the opening game here tomorrow. Smithfield Fairchance and Bell Vernon will play the opening winners bracket game at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Another throwback. This is unbelievable. Uniontown warming up. Greg Lancaster. Lancaster really pitched well for Laurel Highlands late in the high school season. Very solid on the mound in the playoffs, and there's Edenfield, a line drive right at the second baseman Ryan Adams, who makes the play. Ambridge-Baden close to turning the double play there as Sank had to hustle back to the second base bag, and now Nate Zimkoski. Ahead of the plate. Dino Vecchiola just at 30 pitches so far here, and the advantage of going to the bullpen here with Lancaster is it allows Uniontown to have more options with Vecchiola early on in the tournament. It's a smart move, up 10-0. Why not? Now a 1-0 count here against Zimkoski. It'll be good strategy, certainly from Brad Yeoman and his coaching staff. I think going to Lancaster. And certainly very proven on the mound, both his high school and Legion career. Uniontown, plenty of pitching options. A lot of pitching depth on their squad. Travis Sankovic has been a solid reliever. Ian Edenfield, another good starter. Saw a lot out of Bernie Yakubat as well. The Fayette County Legion playoffs on the mound. Two 2-1 now. This ball hit high in the air from Zimkoski to left center. Field's going to carry and go all the way back to the wall. So that'll score Sankovic. That ball hung up forever and still fell in. Another double for Uniontown and Zimkoski. Give Nate an RBI. Drives in Sankovic. Now Chad Petrus will be the 11th.
Now batting, the catcher.
Uniontown player to bat here in this inning. Chad walked and scored a run in the second inning. Got on via an error and scored a run earlier on this inning. Ambert still hanging with Campbell. He's yielded 11 so far in the game. Finds the strike zone here on the first pitch to Petrus. Counted 0-1. And that pitch missing high. Things even at 1-1. Campbell will glance back at second. 1-1 on the way. Fouled back there by Chad. Down at 1-2. I'd be shocked to see Campbell return to the mound to start the fourth inning, due to both being up against it on the pitch count and yielding 11 runs so far. 1-2, and that one just got away from him. Down now at 2-2. Campbell staying deliberate. 2-2 on the way. Comes back with a fastball, and that was nubbed. They'll have to make the throw to make it official. They do. Goes in the books as a strikeout, but Uniontown scores 7 here in the top half of the third to lead at 11-0 over Ambridge-Baden as we go to the bottom of the third here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Plating 7. On 5 hits.
Back here at Hutchinson Field in Hopwood, Ryan Adams, Joe Zickafus, and Brandon Scott due up for Ambridge here in the bottom half of the third. Uniontown's going to stick with Dino Vecchiola. We saw Greg Lancaster loosening up last half inning, but Brad Yeoman sticking with Dino, who finds the strike zone to Ryan Adams, his 32nd pitch of the game. Now the 0-1 on the way, swing and a miss. If he stays under 45 pitches, it'll just be 1 day rest needed for Vecchiola.
You need 3 consecutive days if he pitches tomorrow. Let that next day off anyway.
0-2 on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. That has Dino now at 34 pitches. Again, we would expect the Uniontown coaching staff to keep him under 45. And he'd be able to throw on Sunday.
Now batting, the right fielder.
He would come back tomorrow
Zickafus.
and pitch it all. He would at least need 1 day rest. Now the top of the order in Zickafus, Joe Zickafus at the plate. Joe flew out to Tanner Minio in center field back in the first inning. Takes strike 1 here against Dino Vecchiola. Mentioned Zickafus, one of the holdovers of this Ambridge team, graduated a year plus ago, class of 2017. Chops one here, over to Vecchiola, went off the plate. And throw over to first to Edenfield to record the outs.
Now batting the left fielder.
1-3 for the second out of the inning.
Brandon Scott.
Now Brandon Scott at the plate.
We have a substitution.
Actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter here.
Batting number 26, Dimitri Narrows.
Dimitri Narrows in for Scott. So Narrows, a 5'6", 150 class of 2018 Ambridge player. Taking ball 1 here against Vecchiola. Now the 1-0, and there for a strike, 1-1, and Dino's looked comfortable throughout the course of the game. Just yielding 1 hit, it was to Mike Meller back in the opening inning. Now the 1-1, little number here on the right side. Going down is Edenfield, coming back up, race to the bag, and he makes the play, 3 unassisted. Wasn't easy, but he got it done. It's still 11-0. Uniontown over Ambridge-Baden after 3 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
No runners left on base. After 3, Uniontown 11, Ambridge-Baden 0.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here at Hutchinson Field in Hopwood, 11-0. Uniontown leading Ambridge-Baden as we move to the top half of the fourth inning. It's Dylan Bonner, Richie Mihal, and Nick Kumar due up for Uniontown. Uniontown sent 11 men to the plate, scoring 7 runs in the top half of the third inning. New pitcher for Ambridge-Baden, Luke Holman. First pitch fouled off there by Dylan Bonner. Bonner struck out swinging first time up in the second inning, reached via an error and scored a run in the third inning. This is third plate appearance of the game. Ambridge-Baden came into this game with a 12-7 overall record. In danger of dropping to 12-8 here today. They fall and will play Hopewell here at 1 o'clock tomorrow. A win would have Uniontown taking on Connellsville at 7 o'clock tomorrow night in the winner's bracket. And what a day it's been for the Fayette County Legion. Mentioned Smithfield Fairchance, walk-off win over Bethel Park. Connellsville win over Hopewell, and Bell Vernon looked like a different team after a long rain delay, rallying back to defeat Blackhawk. And Bonnet taking one there for 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's what I had.
Now the 1-2, Holman to Bonner. This is low. Holman, a little bit of an odd delivery there. Hangs that right hand out a little bit. Certainly a different look from what Uniontown saw against Nick Campalong in the opening 3 innings. Now the 2-2. Just missed outside, and we're full again at 3-2. Payoff pitch. This one grounded foul on the right side. Count remains 3-2. You mentioned as things stand right now, pitch count-wise, Dino Vecchiola would require 1 day rest. We'll see if Uniontown sticks with him. Good breaking ball there. Swing and a miss from Bonner, and then strike 3. So Holman,
the left fielder, number 12,
comes on to start the
Mihal.
4th inning. Strikes out Bonner. Now 1 away. And Richie Mihal at the plate. Mihal walked first time up. RBI double and scored a run back in the 3rd inning. Big cut there, swing and a miss against Holman. Counted 0-1. Vecchiola has 7 more pitches to work with before getting over into the next pitch jurisdiction, which would require 2 days rest as a fly ball there to center field, caught by Alex Fetkovich. Richie Mihal retired for the 2nd out of the inning, F8.
The third baseman,
And Nick Kumar will come to the plate. Kumar's been productive so far here today. Hit into a fielder's choice.
Kumar.
Picked up an RBI and scored a run first time up. RBI single. Last time up in the 3rd inning. This will finish the 3rd time around for Uniontown in the batting order. Just here in the top of the 4th. And Kumar takes the first pitch for a strike from Luke Holman. And you could really sense here today the outfielders, especially for Ambridge, struggling with the lights. Saw one drop in back in the 3rd inning as little miscommunication there between Fetkovic and Zikafus. That was a ball that was hit by Chad Petrus in his first of 2 at-bats in the 3rd inning. That really opened up the floodgates wide open, with Uniontown plating 7 runs. If things remain where they are right now, this game would end after 5 due to the 10-run rule. Kumar, ground ball here to second, charging, throwing, and the ball coming in and out of the glove of John Jones. Being that kind of night for Ambridge-Baden here tonight. Hard throw from Adams. Jones unable to hang on. 3rd error of the game committed by Ambridge-Baden. And Uniontown another base runner, and Tanner Minio coming to the plate for the 4th time already in this game here in the 4th inning. And a quick check there from Holman, and the ball popped out of the glove of John Jones. Jones made a little butter in that glove right now. First pitch here to Arminio, high and inside. Tan had a duck out of the way of that one. Tan's been on every time so far in this game, including an RBI double to left back in the 2nd inning. Now the 1-0, breaking ball, Tan, hard hit, shot, but glove down by Eric Queer, the 3rd baseman. For the 3rd out of the inning, so Uniontown ends up stranding Kumar. And able to pick up any runs in the top half of the 4th, but Uniontown sitting pretty up 11-0 over Ambridge-Baden as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Mike Miller, Vinny Morelli, and Eric Queer due up for Ambridge-Baden here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Still 11-0. Uniontown leading Ambridge-Baden. Dino Vecchiola still on the mound for Uniontown. They have about 7 pitches left they can get from Dino before he enters the next column, requiring 2 days rest. And we'll see how carefully Uniontown works with Dino here in this situation. He finds the strike zone here on the first pitch to Mike. Now the 0-1, chopped right back at Dino. He'll throw and get Miller for the first out of the inning. Now Vinny Morelli will come to the plate. Morelli flew out to Dylan Botta first time up in the opening inning.
Now batting, the catcher, number 23, Vinny Morelli.
First pitch to Morelli. This is high for ball 1. And just 1 hit given up so far in this game by Dino Vecchiola. Dino's recorded 4 strikeouts. Issued just 1 walk. That was to Jones back in the 2nd inning. Finds the strike zone there again to Morelli to even up the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1. This is low and outside. Count now at 2-1. Now the 2-1. This is high and outside. Count out 3-1. And I think Dino has about 1 pitch left here to work with. before he'd enter the next category of requiring 2 days rest. 3-1 on the way. This is inside for ball 4. Do they make a move here? Eric Queer will come to the plate. And here we go. Time call. We're going to have a pitching change. Smart move there by Brad Yeoman. It'll be Greg Lancaster coming into pitch. We'll tell you about the new Uniontown pitcher right after this. Uniontown up 11-0 over Ambridge-Baden here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Greg Lancaster, the new pitcher here for Uniontown, and officially Dino Vecchiola finishes with 45 pitches for Uniontown, which means he requires only 1 day rest. Don't be surprised if we see him here on Sunday. Uniontown hopes it's still in the winner's bracket. Again, Uniontown, if they hang on here today, will take on Connellsville tomorrow. If they would win again, they'll play at 7 o'clock on Sunday night against the winner of the Smithfield Fairchance Bell Vernon game. If they would lose tomorrow, they would come back and end up having to play earlier in the day. It'll be a 4 o'clock game on Sunday. See how things play out. Now Greg Lancaster really bounced back well for Laurel Highlands this past spring on the mound in the postseason. Greg had struggled at the plate throughout the second half of the spring season for Laurel Highlands, but was stellar on the mound in the playoffs, including coming on in relief of Dino Vecchiola, which allowed Laurel Highlands to rally back in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs, winning a game up at Hempfield High School. Unfortunately, the Mustangs' luck ran out in the WPIAL quarterfinal round. Quickly an 0-2 count here, and a swing and a miss and a strike 3 on Eric Queer for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 6.
Morelli had walked facing Dino Vecchiola. Greg Lancaster comes on and strikes out Eric Queer. Now 2 outs as we work here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And Alex Fetkovich coming to the plate. Fetkovich flew out to Richie Mihal last time up in the 2nd inning. Batting from the left side. Got only 1 hit so far in this game for Ambridge-Baden. 2 walks were also issued by Vecchiola. Ended up striking out 4. Now 5 strikeouts total from Uniontown pitchers after Lancaster sent down Queer. Queer has now struck out twice in this game, as Lancaster misses on the first pitch there to Alex Fetkovich. Now the 1-0. Just missed outside. Count now at 2-0. Lancaster had a 2-0 record, 2.29 ERA for Laurel Highlands this past spring. Now 3-0 here to Fetkovich. Wind blowing out right now about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Uniontown, though, cruising up 11-0. 11 runs on 6 hits. Ambridge just 1 hit. They've committed 3 errors. Uniontown yet to commit an error so far in this game. Now Lancaster's 3-0 on the way. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Now 3-1 to Alex Fetkovich. Game about an hour and 40 minutes long so far. Still just working here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. If Uniontown hangs on to a 10-run plus lead, we'll only play 5 here today instead of the scheduled 7. Now Lancaster getting set with the 3-1. Here to Fetkovic. Alex fouls it off. We'll go full of 3-2. And Ambridge, a little long trip home. Not staying here in Fayette County tonight. It'll be a quick turnaround. They'll play Hopewell, 1 o'clock in the losers bracket here tomorrow. Now the payoff pitch. Lancaster to Fetkovic with 2 outs as we work here in the bottom of the 4th. It's on the way. And in there for strike 3. Fetkovic thought he had ball 4. So Lancaster comes in for Vecchiolo, records back-to-back strikeouts of Queer and Fetkovic to end the bottom half of the 4th. So after 4, still 11-0. Uniontown over Ambridge-Baden here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
11-0.
Davis and Davis, helping me injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Top of the 5th, Uniontown trying to tack a few more on. It's Josh Burns, Travis Sankovic, and Ian Edenfield due up for Uniontown. New left fielder for Ambridge-Baden, Xander Sharon coming on for Brandon Scott. Luke Holman still on the mound to start his 2nd inning of work.
Second baseman number 4,
Josh Burns, a couple of walks so far in this game. Sack bunt, scored 2 runs, picked up an RBI on one of those walks with the bases loaded last time up in the 3rd inning. Coming to bat for the 4th time in this game. Here in the top of the 5th. Holman now, first pitch here to Burns. High for ball 1. Holman certainly settled things down for Ambridge-Baden in the 4th inning. Just one Uniontown base runner. That was Nick Kumar getting aboard. That was actually scored Ambridge's 3rd error of the game, and that one was inside, but actually went off the bat of Burns. Kind of leaving it 1-1. And we mentioned Burns headed to California University of Pennsylvania to continue his baseball career in the fall. Same school as Dad Jimmy starred at. One and one now. Holman to Burns. And Josh, a well-hit ball here to right center field. Fetkovic charging this time. Hangs on in center field for the first down of the inning. Might have initially had a few issues picking that one up at first as well. A little hesitation, but Fetkovic getting the job done out there in center field. And now Travis Sankovic coming to the plate. Sankovic cleared the bases with a 3 RBI double last time up. Has walked a couple of times in this game. Also scored a run after that double. Hits one here, right back up the middle, but Meller over at short. Fires it over to Jones at first. Retires Sankovic 6-3 for the 2nd out of this top half of the 5th inning.
Number 11, Ian Edenfield.
That'll bring up Ian Edenfield. Edenfield, a couple of RBIs so far in this game on a single in the 2nd inning. Was actually caught trying to head down to second base. Struck out first time up and lined out to Ryan Adams last time up in the 3rd inning. Holman and Ambridge-Baden looking for a 1-2-3, top half of the 5th. Haven't had a 1-2-3 inning yet in this game. First one fouled off there by Ian. Counted 0-1. Now the 0-1. Edenfield, a big rip there. Went off the end of the mound with a high hop right out in the center field. 2nd hit of the game for Ian Edenfield. Some of the Uniontown fans thought, hey, Ian, just stay there, be happy with the single. He is. Inning continues now with Nate Zimkowski at the plate. Simkoski, an RBI double last time up. And actually came to the plate twice in the third inning. Getting that double in the second at bat after he grounded out 5-3 first time up in the third inning. Struck out swinging to end the first inning. First pitch here from Holman to Simkoski. Breaking ball misses low and outside for ball one. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network as we begin our coverage of the Region 6 American Legion Baseball Tournament. Holman, a little check there of Edenfield. Glance over, now delivers the next pitch. Big cut from Simkoski. Swing and a miss to even things up at 1-1. And our broadcast available on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61, and again on our YouTube page by searching South Union Television. You can also follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates, facebook.com/South Union TV. Another check of Edenfield. Again, the ball hopping out of the glove there of John Jones off Vian's head first slide. Jones quickly able to retrieve it. Edenfield's making sure he was composed back over there on the bag. Count still 1-1. Uniontown's done all of their damage in 2 innings, 4 in the second and 7 in the third. Another strike there from Holman to move the count to 1-2 to Simkoski, who's trying to avoid striking out for the second time in this game. Another nice crowd down here for this Region 6 tournament game involving the home team, Uniontown, hosting for the second straight year. 1-2 on the way, and this one misses low and outside. Evens things up at 2-2. Again, thanks to the folks of the South Union Township Sports Network for having me a part of the broadcast this year. Always fun to be down here at Hutchinson Field in Hopwood. 2-2. Little nubber right back at Holman. Throw over to first. It's going to be close. But the throw there in time to Jones to retire Simkoski. Free for the third out of the inning. So Uniontown ends up stranding Edenfield. They lead it 11-0. They get 3 quick outs without yielding 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. That's it. 11-0. Uniontown of Ambridge-Baden head to the bottom of the 5th here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Uniontown hitting 3 outs to wrap this one up here tonight, up 11-0 over Ambridge-Baden. John Jones, who walked first time up, will lead things off here for Ambridge-Baden in the bottom half of the 5th. Jones 6'4", and 215 pounds. We entering his senior season this year of high school. Craig Lancaster on the mound. Lancaster came on in relief of Dino Vecchiola, with Uniontown wanting to keep Vecchiola under 46 pitches. Ended up finishing with 45. Came in and struck out Eric Queer and Alex Fetkovich. 1-0 pitch here, and this one popped up. And charging and hanging on, Nick Kumar. Well, miscommunication at first. Lancaster slipped. Kumar, they're able to regain and record the out. So Jones retired. Now Phil Divots coming to the plate. Phil struck out first time up. If Uniontown's able to keep Lancaster under 30 pitches, he'll be able to throw tomorrow if needed. I'll fire one here, low to Divots.
Number 4, Phil Divots.
Everything coming up roses for Uniontown so far. Trying to finish it off. Phil sends this one foul. Evens up the count at 1-1. Having some folks make their way out already, 11-0. Talked to Rob Doria last half inning. Said, I think I can feel safe sleeping on up 11-0 at this point of the game. I'd say so. Now 2-1. That one missing. Actually catching the outside corner for a strike. Evens things up at 2-2. Remember years back, then Pirates broadcaster Jim Rooker, I think, made a comment during a Pirates-Phillies game when the Pirates were up 11-0. Game was being played in Philadelphia. If we lose this one, I'll walk home. Phillies actually came back and won the game, and Jim actually did a nice little charity event and ended up walking over a period of a couple of days from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, so he kept his word. That was a good number of years ago. 2-2 on the way. Phil went at chasing. He'll make the throw down just to be safe for the second out of the inning. Goes in the books as a third strikeout already for Greg Lancaster. And 7 for Uniontown pitchers. And now Uniontown 1 out away from wrapping up this opening game win over Ambridge-Baden. First pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. Now the 1-0, Lancaster to Adams. Catches the outside corner for a strike to even things up at 1-1. And 1-1 pitch. This is outside, 2-1. Lancaster now at 20 pitches, still has another 10 to work with before he'd have to worry about a day's rest. Trying to finish off Ryan Adams here. 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes now on Ryan Adams. And Uniontown a strike away from an opening game win. 2-2. Lancaster trying to finish it off. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Lancaster comes on for Vecchiola, records 4 strikeouts. And your final score, 11-0. Uniontown over Ambridge-Baden. Uniontown finishes with 11 runs on 7 hits. They did not commit an error. Ambridge-Baden, no runs, just 1 hit, and they committed 3 errors. Game called after 5 innings due to the 10-run rule, 11-0. Uniontown over Ambridge-Baden. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. Again, your final score, Uniontown 11, Ambridge-Baden nothing. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. So long, everybody.